Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. And I must tell you, this glass right now is lighting up the room. It smells amazing. And I am totally craving a crisp hoppy beer right now. I'm so stoked to try this. It's been a crazy day, run around getting beer, food ready, stuff like that, because I'm shooting this the night before our 4th of July party, and I've been wanting a beer all day just to chillax with and just kick back a bit. So we're finally doing that now because we're having our 4th of July party. I do that every year with friends, and this year we've got crazy stuff. I can show you one of the beers right here. We're gonna be drinking Monkish, for example. What was this? Conscience Be Free. We got a few different beers. We got 3 different Monkish beers to try and 3 different cellar makers beers, and then we got some American Macros. We're doing Coors Banquet and Miller High Life this year, but we got some great beers as well. And with those beers, there was some beers from Joe as well. Joe's Arcade. He sent out over more beer, 12 cans of delicious beer goodness, some lager, some IPA, which is awesome. So thank you so much, Joe, for the beer. We recently did our live stream, and we talked about a lot of the beers we really liked at the moment, which was lagers and West Coast IPAs. So he sent over some, which is awesome. So thanks a ton to Joe for this. This one I'm so stoked about because Joe loved this beer hard, and I can smell it from here. I think I'm gonna love it. This is another Slice West Coast IPA in their kind of new school style, and this is a Waui Nugs. As soon as I saw Slice announce this beer, I was like, Joe, can you get me a can? I think I even posted in the Slice Facebook group because I was like, if anyone had spare cans, because I wanted to try and trade for this because the artwork looks amazing, and then Joe's review was just like, man, he said it's one of the best West Coast IPAs from Slice. So yeah, it's made in collaboration with Altamont Beer Works, and it's a double dry hop new school West Coast IPA and 6.5%. It says Maui is a god, and the legend runs deep. A beer so delicious it can only become more powerful by inhaling the dank green nugget. Together, they slow the sun and bring the fire with a super powerful, easy drinking West Coast IPA. The secret of fire is hop profile. Hop with Mosaic Lupamax, Simcoe Cryo, and Citra. You're welcome. I love this, man. Waui Nugs. It's so cool. Like, it screams Hawaii and, tiki drinks and stuff like that. And it just looks amazing. Or like Maori culture or something like that as well, just like it reminds me of island culture, and then you got the dank bud, the hop going on there, which I guess is Maui in their interpretation. It just looks amazing. Their artwork is just on point. Slice. The first I think cans I saw Joe review, they were nice, but they just hit it out of the ballpark with most of their labels now. Like, it looks much better. But yeah, I'm really stoked on this one. Let's stop rambling and check it out. New School West Coast IPA. I think Slice does this perfect, and I want to see more people do this style. As well hopped and aromatic as a New England IPA, but not just all fruity, dainty juice. It's bitter. Look at that crystal clear beer. It looks beautiful in the glass. It's got a light green hue, but it is golden yellow. Canvas for hops to shine. And we got a white head. Man. And this is like 3 weeks. Like a couple days more, but I don't care. It's, it's fresh as fuck. So let's dive our noses straight into this. Oh, man, I want to live in there. Oh, they're so good at doing these, man. Why aren't more breweries doing West Coast style, like modern West Coast? So many are trying to do a little bit of the old school stuff. This is what I want. It is so dank and bright. And like lemon, passion fruit, dank kind of mosaic blueberry, big time dank blueberry. Man, it smells so good. And I feel like it's even more saturated than Fake Grass, and that was a single IPA too. Brett and I loved that, but I think this is even better smelling. Like, it is so saturated on hops, but it's big and bright. It's not got all that, like, it's hop-centric. It's not got, overripe juicy esters. It just smells like the fruitiness of hops, which I love, I missed it so much. That's why I've been into, when we're talking hoppy beer, like hazy beers that are kind of in the monkish style, because it's not all dainty juice. Man, it smells good. There's a little bit of a crackery malt backbone. It's not a lot. It's like a little bit of a breadiness, but it's so fruity, man. Like that mosaic blueberry dank kush and pineapple kush. It's just so dank, but it's really fruity dank, man. It's not like sweaty dank like Nelson can go, or Diesel for that matter. Also, like there's a little bit of a stone fruit character. There's like tangerine citrus fruit. Let's just do this. Cheers. Thanks, Joe. Man, why don't more brewers make IPAs like this? Fuck, that's a crusher. How is this even 6.5% alcohol? This drink's like a 5% lager, but with, like a lot of body. Oh, and it's got, it's got bitterness. I'm going to be crushing this can potentially in this review. It's that fucking drinkable. Sorry, I cursed, but man, it's so good. That aftertaste right now is just total like grapefruit pith and dank blueberries. I think that's mosaic bleeding a bit of grapefruit, but also that could also be leading to the pineapple, but it's like grapefruit, bitter grapefruit and blueberry kind of kush. And then like a little bit of like a dry, pithy kind of sensation. It's not like piney or anything. It's all about like West Coast IPA with lots of fruitiness. And a little more restrained bitterness. Like it's bitter, but it's not scrapingly bitter. Man, I'm just so digging this style. And Slice slays it. I like this more than Fake Grass. I think I like Kind Buds the most still, but man. I am so glad that you sent 2 cans of this, Joe. That is so nice of you, because I know you don't get a lot of these beers yourself. And that beer is in the fridge and it's chilling. And I'm probably, even though we have a lot of beer for the party tomorrow, I'm going to have to bust it out and crack it super fresh with some of the West Coast lovers, because it's going to be great. Yeah, man, this is good. Again, flavor profile carries on. It's like this huge blueberry kush. Like it's such a mosaic saturated beer, which is awesome. It's got so much mosaic aroma and flavor. Like if you love mosaic, it takes me back to Lizard King, just much more intense. And then Citra is giving a bit of a sweeter citrus profile, and Simcoe is bringing in some of that kind of grapefruit and pithiness on the end there. But it's all fruit. It's not piney. It's not really earthy. It might be a little bit of resiny, like hop resin and hop oily, but it's not too much. Even that oily citrus is a little bit there, but it's a little bit. It's mostly like big fruitiness. And just like really dry and crisp and slightly crackery. Like it is so drinkable. This is a beer like you can drink so much of it. It's like it's super saturated, crazy hop-centric New England IPAs. And this, it's double dry hop like they do a lot of those. Maybe you have a pint, like a can, and then it's like, yeah, I'll move on to something else, or like, because it's very saturated. At least for me nowadays, but especially like when they go like chalky and stuff, this, give me a 4-pack and I'll work on that like that, man. This is so good. Oh, such a crusher. I love it. Seriously, this style is becoming one of my favorite for hoppy beers. I started slow, but I'm getting more and more into it. And Joe sent quite a few kind of West Coast IPAs this time around, which is awesome. So thanks a ton for that. All of it, I think, is West Coast, besides one Hill Farmstead beer. He sent a hoppy beer from Hill Farmstead, and Britt and I have been wanting to try hoppy Hill Farmstead beer for a while, so it's going to be really fun. But yeah, this is one of the best slice beers I think I've had, especially singles. I think the best is still, for sure, Kind Buds, but that's also because I'm a hashtag Nelson Boners, Nelson fanboy. But like I love Mosaic too, and I feel like almost it suits this kind of style a little bit better than New England IPAs, at least in some beers. But man, this is just dank, crisp, new school West Coast bittery hop goodness. Man, it's good. It's almost gone, but yeah, this video is long. We're not going to ramble on more. Rating 96, 97, something like that. This is world class West Coast IPA in the new school approach, and it's ultra crushable. Like it's almost the crushability of lagers, but it's an ale and it's got so much more like fruitiness, like just the crisp and cleanliness of it. Like a lager is also like super crisp and clean, and when it's done really right, it's the same. It's like there's no kind of crazy yeast flavor or anything. It's like just A neutral yeast profile, crackery, slightly biscuity malt, and then canvas, and like just a canvas for hops to shine. Snaps. It's bitter. It's just like it has that snap you want, like that bitter snap. I talk about that a lot lately. Man, it's good. Yeah, fuck it, 97. I think 96, something like that. It's fucking world class. I really want to drink beers like this. It's so enjoyable. So, man. Oh, I'm so stoked I have another can of this. It's so awesome. Thanks a ton, Joe. Man, this is amazing. So, if you guys had a chance to try Waui Nugs from Slice, let me know what you thought of it. This is fucking dope. Get on the New School West Coast train. Also, drink haze. Haze is still amazing, you know? Just the variety. It's amazing. So, yeah, if you guys had a chance to try this one, let me know what you thought of it and if you liked it as much. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers in some crazy, delicious West Coast, New School West Coast IPA, and see you guys in another beer review. And tell you to check out Joe's channel. That sounded odd. Cheers.